The movie starts with a girl who notices some really cool things at a format beauty store, but her brother doesn't notice anything interesting and makes fun of her. That's when the kids meet Granny. Granny starts telling them a story called The Invention of Jangar, and the kids are really excited because Granny is telling them a story for the first time. Granny tells them that she's telling this story for the first time to anyone. She starts the story by saying that years ago, there was a genius inventor named Jangar who owned a shop called Jangar and Things. His mind never stopped inventing. The shop was the favorite place for all the kids because they could spend all day there looking at really fun toys. Jangar used to impress everyone in the city with his talent, and among those people was a student named Sham. Sham still shows people an invention called Virali. He shows it to people, but it falls down a little. People start making fun of him. That's when Jangar arrives and gives the kids some toys. During this, Jangar receives a parcel with his name on it, which makes him very happy because inside it is something that will help him fulfill his dream invention. If this invention is completed, he can change his and his family's life forever. He opens the parcel and starts working on his invention. This component helps him bring a character like Don Juan to life. Don Juan starts behaving aggressively and starts talking to him. Jangar and his family are really happy. Jangar's wife and daughter tell him that they had complete faith in him because none of his inventions could ever fail. On Christmas, Jangar gifts his daughter magical goggles. During this time, a boy named Dastar comes and requests Jangar to check his invention. Jangar was in the air because of his happiness. To celebrate this joy, he goes out with his family. While leaving, he forgets to take care of Dastar's invention, saying that he will check it when he returns. At that moment, he starts talking to Don Juan. Don tries to assure Dastar that he is also very clever. At the same time, he manipulates him and provokes him to take Jangar's invention book and keep it with himself. But Dastar doesn't want to do that because he thinks it's stealing. And he's also loyal to his boss. But Don tells him that with the help of this book, he could become an amazing scientist too. And together they could rule the world by turning their toy into an empire. Who doesn't like to have power and authority, right? So he listens to Don's words with interest. And then they both leave the shop. Jangar comes back. Because his heart is so good, he brings food for Duster too. But he doesn't even notice him there. He gets very frustrated that he can't find Duster, and in his frustration, he goes out to look for him. But Duster is nowhere to be found. The scene shifts to the children and Granny, where the children ask Granny if Duster will come back. Granny tells the children that he won't come back. Jangar tells Granny about Duster's theft. But no one believed him because Jangar had no proof. After Janagar's book was lost, everything started going downhill. He couldn't do any invention without the invention book. This greatly affected his work, and he stopped getting jobs like before. Bills were piling up, but he didn't have any money. Still, Janagar didn't give up. But now things were slipping through his fingers. He was experiencing financial setbacks. During this time, Janagar's wife passed away. Jessica tried to fill the void left by her mother, but Janagar made her realize that he had lost everything. Jessica left Janagar, and his setting store closed down. Janagar, who used to be strange, no longer did any new inventions. 30 years later, his shop had turned into a pawn shop. During this time, a mailman came to sympathize with him, offering Janagar a chance to regain his lost house. Then Mr. X, the banker, came and informed Janagar that he hadn't paid his bills to the bank yet. He presented Janagar with two options. Janagar had to either show the bank a new invention by Christmas or pay off all his debts. Otherwise, the bank would close down his shop. Janagar tried to explain to the banker that he couldn't do any more inventions, but emotional pleas wouldn't convince the bank to forgive his debts. So now Janagar only had until Christmas. That's why Janagar opened his box again to come up with some new inventions. Granny told the children that along with that invention, Janagar had also lost many things from his own life, like his daughter Jessica, whom he tried to apologize to multiple times through letters, but he ran out of words and couldn't write anymore. His heart still longed for his daughter. On the other hand, Jessica always waited for her father's letter. Jessica had become the mother of a girl named Jenny. Jenny was an intelligent girl who knew magical tricks. Jessica always told her daughter that someday they would go on an adventure, but only if they were called. Finally, one day, Jessica was given the chance to go on an adventure, which made her happy. She sent her daughter to Jenny and emphasized that she should stay with her until Christmas, no matter how her grandfather treated her. Jenny reached Jenny and showed her the letter from Jessica, which said that she was sending her daughter to her. She is very good and hardworking. She will come back on Christmas morning. Jenny doesn't believe Jessica's letter and doesn't let her come home. However, Jenny still comes into the house and shows him a picture of Jessica wearing the magical goggles that Jenny had given her as a gift. Seeing this, Jenny allows her to stay with him and has her sign a paper that says she won't harm anything. When Jenny starts signing, she says the pen isn't working. Jenny tells her to complete the signing and then takes the paper under a special invention. As soon as she takes it under, the signature becomes visible. The scents shift on the scents duster, which has become a free stall token and has tried all the stolen books from Jenny's inventory. Now he has nothing left to try to attract people. Diego Duster taunts Jenny to steal his new invention, while Duster says he has already used his invention and that was all in this book. Now he tells Diego that there's nothing else left, and that there must be something saved that he can use again. Knowing this, he works on his new toy, which Jenny discovers. One night when she goes to the workshop, she finds her apprentice's edition there. Edison tells Jenny not to touch anything, but Jenny tells Edison that she can touch anything. That's when their eyes fall on the retreat house. Edison says that Jaguar has never told him about it. Jenny says it will be amazing when it starts working. Edison says only a professor can do that, but Jenny fixes the broken piece inside the toy and starts it. The toy tells them that it's a big 3000. Big Edison and Jenny start flying. In the meantime, Jaguar comes there and gets angry seeing all this. Jenny tells Jaguar that Big was just flying, but Jaguar doesn't believe it. He says it's impossible. Then Majid, without hearing anything, scolds them and sends them away. Jenny sits in front of her house when suddenly Dexter comes and tells her about himself and says she must be Jaguar's successor. They start talking. The next morning, when Jenny and Jaguar start playing together, they both enjoy a lot. Edison is alone in the shop. Dexter takes advantage of this and ties up Edison and steals the big 3000. When Jenny comes there, Edison tells her that Dexter has stolen Big. Jenny and Edison hide in the mailman's cart and go to save Jaguar, because without that invention, the shop will close. Both Duster factories go, where Duster's magic is prepared to show people. Diego tries to explain Duster to him, but Duster doesn't listen to him. When he takes him to perform magic in front of people, it doesn't work. Jenny and Edison are watching all this. When Duster's magic doesn't work, and people start leaving slowly, Duster tells his servants to leave Body 1000 in the factory. When Duster's servants are taking Body away, Jenny distracts them, and Edison escapes with Body. Jenny also runs to a room from there. Diego tells Duster that he hasn't learned anything from his past failures. During this time, his servants come and tell him that 2 kids are taking Body away. Duster tells them to take them. Anyway, I don't need them. Diego tells Duster that it is a valuable thing. Don't let it go like this. Duster tells the guards to chase the kids. During this time, Jengar also reaches the Duster factory to save the kids, and with the help of the postman, they successfully get the kids out of the factory. When Jenny opens Body 1000 at home, it was broken. She asks Jengar if he can fix it again. Jengar tells Jenny that he will fix it. On the other hand, Jessica goes to pick up her daughter and complains to her father that he didn't turn around and listen to me. Jengar shows Jessica all the letters he wrote to her, but didn't have the courage to send. Then Jessica and Jengar fix Body 1000. Jenny is very happy to see her mother there. They all come together and start working on Body. Right now, they were all celebrating that Duster is brought to the police. He accuses the police of stealing his invention. Diego was with him. Duster tells the police that this is his invention. Duster takes out the formula paper and shows that this is his invention. Jenny catches the paper and takes it under the invention machine of Janagar. This makes Janagar's sign visible on them. This is how Duster's secret is revealed. The police becomes convinced that Duster is lying, and Diego also leaves Duster and goes towards Janagar. The police catches Diego and tells him that his system will be fixed again. The police takes Duster with them. The big 3000 flight starts, and Janagar goes with it. Janagar and the things become famous again. In the last scene, Granny ends the story and points towards her hair to show the children that she is Jenny. The children are surprised to see this, and she takes them to visit Janagar's factory. This is how the movie ends. We hope you liked our video. If you liked it, then like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.